My sister and Bill won't let me kiss my BF. The way they are trying to control that aspect of your life is outrageous. Normal surrogate contracts aren't even like this. You have no obligation to put your life 100% on hold like that while carrying their baby. What you're doing is such a selfless act already. You shouldn't let them force you to adhere to those rules. If you don't agree to those rules, explain that to them and that you will no longer discuss any of that with them, as it's not their business who you kiss. It's honestly none of their business whether she has sex either. I seriously doubt that agreement is legal or enforceable. Tell them to go try their luck spending $80,000 on some third-party surrogate if they don't like it. I could agree with it if it said something like agree to take reasonable precautions against contracting STDs or something. Like, just saying this is a thing that exists. Please be careful. But this whole thing stunk from the beginning. And over a fucking kiss. No. We are so far over the line. At first I thought the same. But then I thought I could understand because COVID. But then I thought that obviously isn't a concern, since they are having a fucking dinner party. And Op made an edit regarding it. They're crazy. That's literally insane. You're already giving up a sex life for 9 months and going through the hardships of pregnancy. Set your boundaries, girl. She should get paid a shitin for this. But unfortunately I suspect they just convinced her that she needs to do it. Op should send the modified contract back with a new clause. Op will get paid $40,000 when the pregnancy ends or SMTH. Then it's probably worth not kissing for the next month's lol update. Oof, poor Op risks ruining her body for a thank you, and I wouldn't be surprised if she is scammed out of that even. Exactly this. If they are going to treat her as their employee 24/7 for the next 3 months, she should be compensated accordingly. An employer can't even demand that you don't have sex, let alone kissing. Utterly ridiculous. No is a complete sentence. Alternatively, I signed your agreement in the first place. You don't get to change it. End of story. Not up for negotiation. If you want to tear up the original agreement, let me know. I'm not signing an updated one. I will live my life by the terms we agreed. Edit, or what, might be a decent answer too. You aren't creating animosity. They're being insane. Bear in mind they didn't say we are not comfortable with that, or could you please not. However unreasonable that is. They went straight from 0 to 100. They've also admitted you haven't broken the rules by trying to update the rules. Say no. Keep your distance if they get shitty about it. They clearly don't care about being rude to you. So don't worry yourself too much about them interpreting what you write as being rude either. They sound like the sort of people who, even when faced with the kindest and gentlest no the world has ever seen, they'd still flip out and think it's rude. So don't exhaust yourself looking for perfect language. Don't negotiate with emotional terrorists. Agreed. They're being unreasonable. Surrogates that are getting paid in upwards of 20,000 don't follow restrictions this extreme. I understand there is a lot of anxiety because you're carrying their child, but you have to have some autonomy to your own body. They are the last people that should be stressing you out and on your sister's last egg. Do they really even want this baby? That is one of the same things I was thinking. Stressing out mom is way worse than her getting PG-13 affection. Probably even less than that even. If they are panicked about anything possibly happening to their last egg, they need to make sure mom stays relaxed and healthy. TBH, orgasm is said to be good for baby, so do they actually care about baby? Pregnancy orgasms are supposedly way better than regular orgasms because there is literally 50% more blood in the body and more oxytocin. Though the third trimester it can be harder because the uterus can't contract fully. Also, they can help tone the pelvic floor, so recovery from birth is easier. So good for mom for sure. I don't know about baby besides a good dose of happy hormones from mom lol. Pregnancy orgasms were incredible. They shouldn't have asked you to carry their baby if they were gonna be twats about it. It's still your body. Even though it's their baby, they need to get a grip. The fact he called her wicked after doing pretty much the most selfless act a person can proves what a colossal S given this arsehole is. Completely agree. And S-Gibbon is now my favorite insult. I initially read it as shit goblin. I think I like S-Goblin even better. New favorite. They're both suitable insults for someone acting like Op's sister and Bill. You found a Hallmark movie level romance with a sweet guy who isn't weirded out by your pregnancy and understands and respects the situation. And your sister is sabotaging your happiness because she thinks it's icky? Was she going to refrain from any romantic contact if she was the one carrying the baby? What is she going to do if you disagree? This is some Gillard level bullshit right here. That's probably the best description for that. Sister saw The Handmaid's Tale and figured that's how the world works. Sister and Bill need some serious therapy before baby arrives. Pregnancy does weird things to people, even if they are not the pregnant individual. Added to that, this couple don't have that much control over the pregnancy as they would have if the sister was carrying the baby herself. It could be a crazed grab for control. Some strange sense of ownership over the situation. And it is completely unacceptable. They need to recognize this is not healthy for anyone involved, and if they need help they should definitely get it. I think therapy could help them tremendously. Maybe the Bill and sister are spiraling. Maybe there is some trauma left from her miscarriage that should be worked on. Also, this whole situation screams after mental health care. Op should look into a therapist that is specialized in postnatal depression/stress. Your sister and Bill may have idealized the baby, meaning that if anything goes wrong it will be hell for them. Everybody swerve to the therapy they go. Oof. The problem here is that your sister is a crazy person. There is no way to explain this that will make her be reasonable. Honestly. Is your sister alright mentally? This really seems like she should see a psychiatrist. If I were you, I would say, I plan to uphold our original agreement and not do anything sexual with boyfriend. But I intend to kiss him. This is not open for negotiation. I will not discuss it again. And after that, don't discuss it. If they want to talk about normal things, great. If they want to be weird and controlling about kissing, hang up or leave. I think you're doing something very kind for your sister. She should be grateful. Not behaving bizarrely. The only reasonable demand your sister can make is for you to not have any unprotected intercourse while you are pregnant. Because it will put their baby at risk of STI infection as well. Beyond that, it's none of their business. Oh, I completely agree. STIs would be a concern. But beyond that, this is none of the sister's business. There's no way that their original agreement is legally binding anyway. If she wants to have sex with the boyfriend, no one can stop her, and if she doesn't tell, no one would know. I'm guessing maybe Op and sister come from a more conservative faith. Which is fine, except sister's gone off the deep end here. There's no way that their original agreement is legally binding anyway. Pretty much this. What is the penalty for breaching this agreement? They refuse to take delivery of the child. I understand them not wanting Op to have sex due to STI risk, but the rest just smacks of Op's sister thinking she's a broodmare. And generally completely one-sided contracts don't hold up. Sometimes they feel one-sided. But both parties do actually get something. Op is literally getting nothing out of this, but a massive headache. You are 6 months along. They seem to think they can amend the agreement. This, in turn, sounds like this agreement isn't very binding or legal. Especially since you mentioned their lack of financial resources. I hope you know what you've gotten yourself into. Worst case. Legally, you're going to be a mother, not a surrogate. What if you didn't sign the agreement? There's no money offered or anything else, I assume. This reeks. Even if this type of agreement was legally binding, it isn't. Contracts without consideration are typically invalid without consideration, money, rights of some kind, etc. Closed bracket comma. Which Op is not receiving. You can't just make a contract saying that someone promises to do something for you with no obligation to them on your part and then sue them when they don't deliver. The law doesn't work like that. The other party has to get something in return. Yeah. It's totally not legally binding. You're correct. Kissing a man can't possibly have an impact on the baby. But stressing the woman who carries the baby inside of her definitely can, for the well-being of their baby. They should treat you with more kindness. Exactly. As an OBGYN, I always tell women the most important thing for a healthy happy baby is a healthy happy mum. Other than potential STIs, is there any medical reason a pregnant woman shouldn't engage in sex? As long as she doesn't have a low-lying placenta previa, then no. Thank you. Just say no. You have all the leverage. What are they gonna do? Return the baby? This ain't Amazon Prime. PS. They are nuts. PPS. Non-confrontational answer to a comically unenforceable clause. Yeah, okay. And then keep doing you. Also, did they make you walk home 30 minutes instead of offering a lift? Did I understand that right? Oh, I decided to walk as I enjoy it, and it's literally my only way to comfortably exercise at the moment. They did offer. Please also remind them that stressing you out is not good for the baby. That was my first thought. Are they paying you? Op says the only thing she's getting is the joy of bringing them their child. What bullshit. Yeah, I wonder if she will be the one who will have to pay all the labor costs. This is stupid. She's going to pay the physical and emotional costs. It's a 9-month journey, not a 9-month vacation.